Okay, we live. Hey,
Is that right?
yeah, we live over here. So, what's
Okay,
going on?
okay.
My name is Corey
Welcome to the
Tallboy
show.
Sanders, and that's my man James Hicks.
What's happening with your brother? Shouts out to we influencing today. We
Yeah.
influencing plus. Shouts out pressing soap. Got some shipments in today. Man, I'm like a kid in the candy store right now.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
Yeah,
I don't have
yeah.
nothing new this week.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have nothing new. But I see you with the press and sew. That's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing. You out there making some big things happen with them, and I love it. So that's what's up.
Next week I'm gonna announce a giveaway that we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna give out some shirts for some orders too. So I'm gonna hook some people up that support the channel, right? You on Roku? I'm making clothes. That's how we get down. Yeah, yeah.
That's a great combination, man. I love that. I love that
Yes, sir.
combination. So, tell us, how was the week? How's everything been going in your world? Is there anything I need to know about that you haven't shared with me? That all that good old stuff.
Oh, there's always something going on. It's been a active week on the enterprise technology side, on the day job side, but and that's all good things because technology is continuing to move, and I'm fortunate to be in an industry that's always evolving, man. Family's well. We're doing some things. I got a couple of Amazon boxes that showed up literally right before we went live. I'm not going to break them out just yet, but yeah, we can talk about that later.
All right. So if you guys are watching on other platforms or in other areas, help us out. If you want to interact and if you want to join and be a part of the conversation, we need you to visit the labtechshow.live. This is where we interact with you. Yes, we're on James's personal page, YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel, but we want you to come over to the labtechshow.live. All right. So with that being said, James, your week in tech.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what, I got some stuff to go over, but while I'm talking about mine, I'm not sure if my YouTube is active, brother. I see some folks that are still waiting, and I just want to make sure that we live. If you can get some comments to come through to say that we are actually live, that'd be awesome.
Okay, it says, okay, I see it in the background, and this is crazy because it says enable auto start, and apparently it is turned off, and I think it's the same thing on my end, but we're actually live, so how can I go in? Oh, there it is. It says go live right there, and then I think the other one says go live right there. How about that?
Look at that.
So we should be going live now as opposed to all that other good stuff. So a little small technical difficulties here and there, but we're live. So refresh and you should be good to go.
See, that's what happens when you got these custom RTMP feeds, right? It
Yeah,
gets a little
yeah.
bit
These
more
custom.
technical. Oh, there we go, man. We look good too. Hold on, I think I'm coming through in 4K. No, I'm coming through in 720. But I say, man, that looks good. What's up, folks? Tallboy and I were already talking, and we weren't even live on our own individual channels. We're gonna definitely do some Final Cut Pro and edit this out before we post all of our content. So,
Yeah, but I need you guys to come on over on James's page and on my page. I need you to come on over here to the labtechshow.live and interact with us because you can post your comments there. But when you post your comments, that's fine. But James is only going to see his comments. I'm only going to be able to see mine, and we would love to interact with you. So just the labtechshow.live. All right, that's what we're doing. All right, so can we get into the week in tech now?
yeah, we can do that. Now that you done pushed all the right buttons. Just gonna push. So I'll go, man. And it was just actually something that I did today. Folks, we know we got to get these shots, right? It just is what it is. So I'm gonna be slightly political, slightly controversial. If that is what it is, don't tune out. But I was able to sign up for a digital vaccine card today at a site called GoGetDoc.com. Right, everyone who's got the vaccine has that flimsy piece of paper in their wallet or in their purse right now, and it's falling apart. And you probably put it in the wash machine a couple of times, and it's gotten all tattered. Maybe I'm just talking about me, but there is now an option of taking that card, taking a picture of your personal identification, your state driver's license, whatever the case may be, and turning that into a digital vaccination card with a personal QR code. So when you go to a restaurant, when you go to a school, when you go to a public venue, now they can actually look at that and show that you have 1 or 2 shots, you're fully vaccinated, whatever the case may be. It's relevant. It's my week in tech because, again, I'm going away from just a piece of paper that's stuffed in my wallet to using the encrypted vaccination validation card, the digital vaccination card at gogetdoc.com. I highly recommend you guys do that. Doesn't cost you anything. Just all it costs you is some time, right? It's taking a photo of the front of your driver's license and the front of your vaccination card and saying which doses you got and which manufacturer they were. Boom. And in like 15 minutes, I got my digital card. It's in my Apple Wallet since I'm on iOS. It stores it in my Apple Wallet. And now I can easily, whenever I go somewhere that needs proof of vaccination, because the world, I was going to say the state, but the country, but the world is getting to that point to where folks want to know, have you gone through that process? So that's my thing out there to you guys.
So you're saying the website is what again?
Gogetdoc.com, GOGETDOC.com.
Interesting, because this morning I saw the same thing and I went to go get vax, VAX.com, and I went out and did the same thing and registered within moments. Within moments, I was able to get the vaccination approval thing saying that I went through phase 1, and then they're going to send me a phase 2
Yeah.
email as well. So mine was
You know
go
what?
get.
I just typed in the URL and they transfer to each other. So Go Get Doc and Go Get Vax. They both go to the same location.
All right, so there it is. Go get doc or go get vax.com. As far as me, I really did not have a chance to have anything about tech, but I did. We had a big festival here in the Atlanta area over the weekend called the Dogwood Festival. It's normally in the spring, but I guess they decided to push it back to this summer. I was actually testing out the Live U Solo. Bear with me. I was testing out the Live U Solo, and I was testing out once again the JBA06, which is this one here, and then I was also testing out the Live U Solo, which is this right here.
Ooh-wee.
So
That's the one right there.
yeah, this is the one that is supposed to be the bad boy, but I was having some problems with this one, and I have to go back and figure out what was going on. But this one right here, it really did the test, and the JBA06. So not only is it a dual capture card, it is also you can live stream from your phone. And it was funny because I did not even hook up an internet connection to this, so it was just pulling right from my phone. As opposed to when I used the Live U Solo, I was using two internet connections, and I was getting video, but I was not able to pull the audio, which was a problem. I even used the shotgun mic with the JVA06, and I also used my Bluetooth earbuds as well. The earbuds came out better on the JVA06. If you want to check out some of that, you can go to my Facebook page, my personal page, which is Corey Sanders, and it's got a picture of myself and John Lewis. There you can scroll down to the last couple of days, and you'll see that footage and the quality. While I was out there, I got a chance to bump into my friend. You won't believe this. Comedian J. Anthony Brown. He's got some stuff that he is promoting, and he says,
What's Jay got? What's he got?
He says he wants you to try his nuts. Okay, so you got to go hotterthanamofo.com. So hotterthanamofo.com. You can check out his nuts, and I'm sorry, it's just so funny when you just try my nuts. So
and the CJ Anthony Brown too, because y'all know he's just old school funny, man. He an old school funny dude. I love it.
So he was here in the Atlanta area, and we had a chance to hang out, and He actually saw me as I was walking down. I didn't see him. He saw me, and it felt good to know that somebody recognized you. And from there, it was what it was. So I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
All right, so it's that time. It's that time. So, oh God, Lee, that thing is powerful.
I told you when you put that sound on, it sounded like some old house speakers in the trunk.
Ooh-wee. So the stash stock party for the day is Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yes,
So James, do you shop at Dick's?
all the time. Look, go and flip the screen. Let me talk to y'all right quick about this because I see somebody that just came in the room. I need to say something to. I see Mama Nixon in the room. You see I'm rocking gear here. But yes, stock stash party. Today is Dick's. I just did all the Christmas shop. I mean, not the Christmas shopping, all the school shopping for my son there, and frequent them. I buy stock in companies and organizations that I frequent all the time. Dick's, Target, Starbucks, things like that. This is a good one today, folks. Take advantage of it. If you're not investing, if you're looking for a way of getting in and getting some incremental stocks in some of these Fortune 500 companies, use my code right there. You'll actually get $20 in stock. It's a good move. Start building some financial equity and again places that you already frequent and that you already shop at. So this stock stash party happens every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and they throw some random ones in throughout the week. So it's a pretty good deal. I highly recommend it. You find something to put your finances in if you're not already doing so. I won't preach at you, but I'm gonna try to tell you to use your money wisely.
There it is. There it is. That's what's up. Shout out to my man Sammy. He is here in the building.
Sammy's always in the building. We love Sammy.
Yeah, did we do it right? Yeah, there. Oh my God, I am really tripping. Yeah, we tripping, man. Sammy's in the building.
Don't get nervous now. Don't get nervous over there. You got a lot of buttons. I know you push.
Look. I'm more worried about the Roku channel than I am anything else. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So yeah, I'm trying to make sure that this gets tightened up a little bit. Let me see, where are we at? What is it? The timer ticker? Which one is it? There it is. I see it. All right. So now we can probably bring Sammy in. Let's see what's up. Yeah, he said wrong comment. Yep, it sure is. So I think I got it now. There we go. So what's up, Sammy? Hope all is well with you. And just want to give you a little bit of love while James claims his stash stock, and I also claim mine as well. All right, so that's what it is. All right, James, time to start talking tech, man.
Let's get into it, brother. Let's get into it.
We speaking of money.
Perfect segue, huh? Almost like we had some of this plan.
Yeah. Speaking of money. James, I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick it off, and I'll just kind of trail behind you.
Yeah. So, folks on the iOS side with iPhones, when you purchase stuff and you got a digital wallet, you collect Apple Cash, right? You can actually save bits of the money. Kind of like as a reward when you shop at certain places, kind of like Honey, kind of like Rakuten and things like that, right? Apple has their own services as well if you have an Apple card, an Apple credit card. And up until this point, those extra dividends, those extra rebates and deposits into your account, you can only put those directly to your bank account or to a Visa debit card or Visa debit environment. Now they've added Mastercard as well. Look, it just makes sense, and the reason I wanted to bring this up is because it's just Apple doing different things to get you to shop with the Apple Card, and you get 1, 2, 3, sometimes even higher than that percentage back on your purchase, and that goes into your Apple Cash account. And I literally those funds to pay down my credit card. So the fees are pretty low. right? Comparative to anything else. If you want to deposit your Apple Cash into a regular checking account or savings account, there are no fees. But if you want to do this instant transfer of your funds, they are going to charge you, I believe it's 1.5%. So if you don't need that money immediately, and you can wait 1 to 2, maybe 3 days, 3 business days, then go that route. But you now have the convenience and the opportunity and the option of transferring your rebated funds in your Apple Cash account to Mastercard, Visa, and your banking accounts. So there you go. Get it going. Get an Apple Card first, though, folks. You got to get an Apple Card first.
Gotcha. So let me ask you, this now apparently Visa has already done this. Is that correct?
Yeah, like I said, when they launched, it was already with Visa, and again, you can attach to your regular checking and savings account. But now Mastercard has jumped on as well. I think they saw the competition. I think it's an ability to have some more opportunity again for Apple Card holders to move their money back and forth as necessary. Because again, I use that rebate money and I pay down my PayPal card with
Okay.
that. So I'll transfer the little 5, 10, 20, however much money into my PayPal account. So just being able to have that convenience, and again, the fees that they charge are low if you can wait 1, 2, or 3 days. But if you want it instantly, then it's going to be like a 1.5% to get that money in your account immediately. So
Right. So 1.5.
options.
That's not bad because I think Cash App. I'm not sure what their charges are, but I mean, it's. I'm pretty sure it's comparable to what Cash App
Yeah.
versus what Apple Card is doing. Right.
Yeah, and so you think about that. So Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, some of those other services as well. So Barclays, who actually issues the Apple Card, are starting to now get into uh, buy now, pay later, or pay in increments. So you see stuff like Afterpay, Quad Pay, and some of those other companies where you can pay a quarter of the purchase down. That's actually going to start rolling out as well. So I think this is just Apple trying to make the Apple Card more attractive to more consumers out there, and just by opening up to not just Visa, not just your regular checking account, but also now to Mastercard. This is just one of those doors, four ways into getting that done. So
I wonder how many people actually have an Apple Card versus a Cash App card. I wonder what that percentage is. Is the
it's
app
low. It's low.
so basically just the people who have Cash App, where this is, where this would
You mean
be.
the Apple Card? Yeah, yeah. So
The
yeah,
Apple
you
Card.
got to have the Apple. Yeah, where my wallet at? God, yeah, man, it's one of them. I'm not gonna say it's one of them bougie cards, but look, it weighs like twice as much. It weighs about twice as much as any regular credit card in your wallet, and it's one of those things, right? You're an Apple fanatic. You're a fan of the whole ecosystem of Apple. Yeah, you want to try and go get that Apple Card and have that in your wallet. You go buy something at the Apple Store, you get a high percentage rebate back. You can go into a restaurant, and I think you get 2% back. Everywhere else, you get 1%. More people have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, things like that. But again, this is just a move, I think, for Apple to try to be more competitive and try to offer some advanced and different types of services to people as well. So, happened to be very convenient right before the next Apple event, when the new laptops, maybe even the phone, maybe even the new desktops are going to be announced. So just pretty convenient, I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I don't know much about it because you know me. I could have played your iPhone soundtrack, but I'm
you
not going
could
to
have,
do that.
you could, you
This
could have.
is what I know. Your team Apple, team iOS, so I just let you just have your moment right here.
I
So
appreciate that, brother.
um,
Let me just wallow in what I do for a minute. It's all good.
I'll let you have it. I'll drink my juice and keep it moving. Moving on to or switching gears here. Today was a very big day for Android users,
Yeah.
especially if you're fans of Samsung. So, with that being said, James sent me a text this morning saying, "Hey, you might want to come check out this." And I'm like, dude, I'm already watching it, man. So, real briefly, Samsung took the stage earlier this morning, basically for its latest Galaxy Unpacked event. And they basically made some announcements with the Galaxy Z Fold 3, the Galaxy Z Flip 3, the Galaxy Watch, and the Galaxy Buds. So these are all upgrades over their predecessors, and we're basically going to talk a little bit about that today. All right, so James, which one out of the four that I just named, which one was most impressive for you that you saw?
They started with they started the whole event with the watch, and for a minute they were going down the rabbit hole of just talking about fitness capabilities on the watch, and I think trying to compare themselves to the Apple Watch. It didn't go right. It didn't match up apples to apples, kind of, and no pun intended. But from the phone perspective, I'm excited about the Z Fold 3. I really think, Tallboy, that this could be your phone should you ever drop and break that LG you got. And reason I say that, right? These are 120 hertz screens on the outside and the main screen, so it's got a big screen. When you fold it out, it's like 7.6 inches unfolded. That's your mini tablet right there. You can watch your Netflix, you can watch your Hulu, you can watch the Lab on Roku. And then on the front main screen, it's actually got. Did you see that plug that I did for you, brother? You see that plug? On the front main screen, again, it's 120 hertz, so it's a very clear image, very clear screen. The pinhole camera is actually underneath the screen, so you're not obstructed by the camera in and of itself. Very unique, very ingenious. We wish Apple would do something like that with their camera mechanism. It's going to be a 5G phone as well. I'm pretty impressed with it. I am not willing to pay $1,799 for it, but that's what they're charging for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. I was impressed with. I did not like personally the Flip 3, the little mini one that looks like a makeup. To me, it looked like a makeup compact. So I would have that stigma in my head every time I pulled it out. I'm like, oh well, I don't want to use that because I just don't want to use that. But it was pretty cool as well. Right, it was pretty cool as well. I think the foldable marketplace is coming to bear, because OnePlus also snuck in an announcement today about foldable phones that they are going to be releasing. Kind of do a little shade in on the same day that Samsung was releasing their product. So if you're in the Samsung ecosystem and you want their high-end flagship phone, this Z Fold 3 coming out, so you can pre-order it today, but it's actually coming out on the 27th. $1,799, y'all. That's
too much.
That's grown folk money. That's grown folk money right there.
Now, I have to ask anybody that's watching, and I know we're on multiple channels, but anybody that's watching, would you pay $1,800 for a phone? Put it in the comments.
I'm trying to be nice and say $1,799. You went
it's
on
$1,800, because by the time you get through with taxes, you're gonna be paying over $1,800. Okay, I'm just okay. So, but you can finance if you're with T-Mobile. I don't know how it works with Verizon, but I can't give you a $500 deposit. I'm sorry, Tallboy can't. I don't have it. So that Galaxy Z, what is it? The Fold is nice, but I'm gonna be looking out for some more affordable foldable phones. And I think what you said, the OnePlus made an announcement. I've been waiting to see what Google Pixel could potentially do. But yeah, put in the comments right now. Would you be willing to pay $1,800, for a phone?
That's people's mortgage payment, man. That's people's.
What did she say on the screen? Nope.
Oh, not going to do. Now, I did like. So they also announced their. Well, I didn't like their earbuds, the Galaxy Buds 2. I don't like the way that those look. We're never going to get a sponsorship from Samsung either, the way I keep talking about folks. Their Watch 4 was pretty cool. I do like the Watch 4. I like the user interface on that. I like the pricing model as well. They've got the regular Watch 4 for what was the pricing on that? It was actually quite reasonable. Let me see here.
While you're looking
at that. So $249.99 for Bluetooth, so $250 for Bluetooth, $300 for LTE in the 40 millimeter or 44 millimeter. Then they've got what they call the Watch Classic Bluetooth for $350, LTE $399, and it's got the bigger watch faces on the Classic, 42 millimeter and 46 millimeter. So I like the big watch faces. So if I was going to do something, I would get the Watch Classic with LTE at $400 and the 46 millimeter. But they were heavily focused on fitness, talking about their integration with all of their sleep technology, their 95 workouts that they got integrated, their ECG capability and body composition. That's pretty cool. You can actually take your body composition off of the watch. So that was pretty nice. But, you know, it's not enough for me to completely leave the entire Apple ecosystem that I'm deep in bed with. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. One thing that was nice about the watch as well, and then I'll let you go in, it works with more than just the Samsung phones. So anything within the Android ecosystem, you can actually use the Samsung Galaxy watch.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I just don't care about a $400 watch. We're in the middle of a pandemic, y'all. I'm sorry. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and $400 for a watch, $1,800 for a phone. I mean, as much as we love our brands, I mean, we have to stay economical. I'm sorry. That's just my thought process.
Can't do it? You're not going to do it? All right.
No, because if you drop, one, I'm not a watch guy. So I've just had some bad experiences with watches, keeping up with them. That just wasn't my thing. So, but, you know, like you said, I saw the video where you had the phone, you can leave and you can have your earbuds connected to the watch and you can still, you know, take your phone calls and still be connected to your earbuds. I mean, that was pretty cool. I mean, there's no knock with any of that. So it's just not for me. So, I mean, I don't know about you, but real brief.
I've got most of that same functionality on the Apple side, but yeah, I'm not going to jump ship on just because of these announcements. Typically I get excited right when these things get launched, but not for this one.
Now the one thing that I did see, the buds, and you saying you didn't like those, they were saying that they're the smallest and lightest that they've ever made yet. And as they all say that they have active noise cancellation as well as adjustable ambient sound levels. Basically gives you about 5 hours of ANC. I'm not sure what ANC is.
That's the active noise canceling.
Okay, so and then 7.5 hours without. And then they also have the case that you see that it comes with. So at $149 for a pair of earbuds, that's not bad, but my thing is buds like the ones that you see on this screen right here, they're hard for those to stay in my ear.
Yep.
So I need the ones that hook around, and I like this comment here, $5.99 watch. Says the same time. I'm just saying.
Can't argue it. I'm not saying anything. You can't argue it, right? Just don't wear it in the shower or wear it out when it's raining. That's all I'm saying. You got to
so the watch is not even waterproof. So the watch
no,
is
it is. It's water resistant. So it's not waterproof. It's water resistance. I believe it's like you can wear it swimming and be in the water for X amount of time. But you know, you just want to be aware. Again, you got $400 or $500 on your wrist. Do you really want to go swimming with that? I don't know. Do you want to really take that phone with you on a boat where you're scuba? Just you know, be cautious of that type of stuff.
Well, all I can say is if you're interested in any of this, feel free to go visit Samsung.com and you'll see all the things that they have, their product offerings for 2021. And I don't know. For me, Samsung did not impress me with their event. I think they should have probably went to Mobile World Congress and did this as opposed to having their own event with today. So
yeah, it was pretty weak. It was. I think maybe because a lot of the stuff was leaked already, and now we actually today we got the actual realization. But yeah, it was kind of weak today. Yeah.
Like this comment here, I don't need my watch to talk, dance, or do tricks. I just needed to tell the time, please.
Liz Bridges, she dropping bombs on us, right? I mean, we trying to come with the story. She said, "Nope, I'm not buying it. I don't need it. It's all good. It's all good."
Nope. So with that being said, we're gonna go right into this. Woo! That thing is loud. I did not know it was that loud. But anyway, I need you guys to check us out at thelabtechshow.live. Hope all is well. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the labtechshow.live. We're out here trying to do big things in the community, and we want you to stay abreast with all the things that are going on in tech. So, the labtechshow.live or the Lab Tech Show on all the other social platforms. That's what it is.
Get that smooth, sexy, radio voice. I come through hard, like I come through with the Teddy Pendergrass. You come through with the Barry White. It's all good though.
Hey man,
I just dated myself probably too.
Well, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, well, we're moving pretty fast today, man. But
I'm not on any rants, right? That's it. There's a problem with that. There's something wrong in the matrix. I haven't had any rants yet. I'll come up with something. Maybe somebody leaves something in one of the comments and try to get me to go off the handle.
Look, this is what I like right here. Here we go. James, leave tall boy alone. I'm trying to tell you.
It's having fun. It's all in love.
So make sure y'all, if y'all want to interact, just like Lisa's doing, just like Sammy's doing, feel free to come on over here to the labtechshow.live. We're live, and then after the show is over with, it'll eventually be on Amazon and Roku. Not tonight, but it will be on very soon. All right, so we're trying to find ways to keep you guys educated, informed, and enlightened as we go. So that's pretty much it. So, quick question: have you ever left a comment on Amazon? James, do you leave comments on Amazon for when you make purchases, or you leave review comments? Do you do that at all?
Not as frequently as I probably should, but I have, and I do, yeah.
All right. Well, check this out. There is an article out here that reads, third-party sellers are basically pestering customers who leave bad reviews. So I would love to know if anybody has actually, been asked to change the review, or put in the comments that do you leave reviews when you purchase products on Amazon? What are your thoughts on that? And has anybody ever reached out to you as far as a customer? As a seller saying, hey, the product didn't work. Would you be more willing to give us a favorable, review? So the article reads basically just saying that third-party sellers aren't supposed to be able to email Amazon customers directly outside of the platform, but there's a new report saying that they're doing it. And they're getting in touch with people who leave negative product reviews, and some businesses even offer email extraction for buyers as a service to sellers. So basically, rather than paying people for favorable reviews, Amazon actually banned that in 2016. Third-party sellers go after people who leave bad product review and offer them payment to change or delete it. I don't know. Is that still legal? Is that breaking the rules?
That's very shady. I'll just say that it's very shady.
Basically, Amazon told the Wall Street Journal it does not share customer email addresses with the third-party sellers, and that it removed some 200 million fake reviews last year alone. I don't know. It says there's an article, and we'll put this article in the description of the YouTube video, and you can read this report inside of this article, which says they give you advice on how to shield your email address from Amazon sellers who should not have it in the first place. So I don't know, James. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Would you, if a third-party seller reached out to you, would you change your review? Or if they said, hey, I'll give you your money back and you can keep the product, or hey, I'm offering you another product in exchange for this one, and would you be willing to change or delete your review that you have of the product that you purchased? Would you be willing to do that?
No, man. And so you think about it, the whole So let me rewind back. So the whole premise of this show, The Lab, is to give non-biased reviews and commentary around consumer technology. So how can I or you go on Amazon and buy something, buy a camera, buy some lights, or buy something, and give our first impression of it, and then have the company come back and say, "Oh, you know what? Could you be a little bit more positive?" That would just be completely out of character for us. So no, we'll never do that. I have been offered I've been reached out to by some third parties and some manufacturers to they've tried to pay me for giving a review, and I've turned all of those down because again I will not be swayed or give a non-impartial review about a product that I've purchased. It's really shady how some of these companies are doing it. That's one reason why I will typically, before I buy something on Amazon specifically, make sure that it's fulfilled by Amazon, that it's coming from an Amazon warehouse as opposed to just coming from somewhere out of somebody's garage. Look, I love small, medium-sized businesses because look, that's what the country is built on, and I love that whole thing. We're both entrepreneurs as well, but if I'm buying a Sony ZVE10, I'm buying that from Sony. I'm buying that from B&H. I'm buying that from Best Your Camera Shop and basement bargain bin stuff. I'm just not right. If a lot of folks also need to be aware of authorized locations on Amazon. So again, talking about this content creation journey, Rode, who makes microphones, who makes preamplifiers, who makes a lot of product. There's a presence on Amazon, but it's not an authorized location. So be aware as well of authorized retailers and locations on Amazon before you go out and spend your money, because you may or may not get your money back if it comes broken, if you're not satisfied with it. The organizations that are asking you to change your review and maybe offer you a stipend, maybe offer you something free, offer you a gift card or whatever, never buy from those folks again, folks. So yeah, there's my rant for the day, right? Again, stay away from, be aware and be cognizant of the places and locations on Amazon that you buy from. Make sure it says that it's fulfilled by Amazon, preferably. Again, there are a lot of legitimate, worthwhile small businesses
Church
on the
finger.
platform as well.
I got the church finger going up. You're saying that I'm sorry, I had to hit the church finger. So you're telling me that Rode and some of these other companies they have, because it says it's fulfilled, and there's another one that it says on Amazon. You're saying don't go through the actual company as opposed to going through Amazon?
No, I'm saying go through the company instead of go through Amazon. So Rode, again, who makes the Rodecaster Pro, who makes this preamp that I'm utilizing, who also makes the Pod Mic, who makes some phenomenal content creation equipment, microphones, mixers, things like that. They don't have an authorized location on Amazon. They don't authorize anything that's being sold of their products on Amazon. Yet someone will go to, and again, I hate to say this and hate to stereotype, but someone will go to a swap meet and find an old used one or find one that fell off of a truck, spin up an Amazon store and say, I'm selling this RCP. And you won't get the warranty. You may not get a return policy. It may not be anything in the box. Just saying, that's worst case scenario. So just if you're buying something of high dollar value like that, first go to the company's website and see where they partner with, because all of these companies will typically say you can buy from an authorized partner. And if it points you to a Micro Center, if it points you to an Amazon, then fine, go do that. If you've got some rewards and benefits with those locations, but instead of changing mindset here, right? So instead of starting at Amazon, again, when you're buying kind of high dollar, high value types of things where you want to make sure that you've got the warranty, you've got a return policy, you've got some recourse just in case it doesn't work out right. Start with the manufacturer site first. Elgato, right? Everybody's talking about these face cams and these stream decks and these multi mounts and things, all of the stuff that they sell. Go to the Elgato site first. Find out who they list as their authorized partners. They do have a site. They do have presences on Amazon, but they also sell through B&H. They sell through Micro Center. They sell through Five. So just be aware of 90% of the folks of the businesses on Amazon are legit. There is always just the bad apples out there. Just be aware of that again before you put your hard-earned money down on someone that you are probably not familiar with. That's all I'm saying. Let the buyer beware. Here's my
Gotcha.
rant.
No, I mean no, but this is good. People need to understand that, and
And what Kevin said, I'm gonna put the church finger up too. Kevin Cox, I love that dude, man. He says a comment on my. He says sketchy businesses should never win.
for
Mm.
whatever reason, I'm telling everybody to come to the labtechshow.live. They're saying
That's
that
a
they're
whole lot of
being
buttons to push.
they-
Oh,
they're saying that they're being redirected to another YouTube channel, which is mine, I believe. But I definitely want to give a shout out to Thad, Priscilla, Hit the Spot 1006, and Rich
hit the
Vibes.
spot
Yep, Hit the
in the
Spot is
building.
watching. My man Rich Vibes over in the UK, he's watching, and yeah, they're saying they're not able to see the comments. So I'm trying to understand why you guys are coming to my personal YouTube channel as opposed to being redirected to the Facebook. I mean, excuse me, not Facebook, but to the Lab Tech Show Live's comments. I don't
Yeah, I'm
know.
not sure because I just typed in the URL of the labtechshow.live and it went right to the correct one.
All right. So real briefly, close out, go to Chrome, go to your web browser, type in the lab, techshow.live, and you should be here. I think Lisa Marie did it as well, and she was able to interact. So just giving you a heads up. Hopefully that'll help you with that. So close out the browser, open up Chrome, open up whatever your browser is, and then go to the labtechshow.live, and you should be good from there.
Don't be using that Internet Explorer, folks. Delete that. Get rid of it.
All right. Well, we're
I'm
gonna
in the
add a little
mood, boy.
quick segment here, a little segue before we go into the next one. You guys already know it. TBE Media is on Roku and Amazon. Check it out. I'm trying to tell you, I got good content. Yeah, I had to add that in there real quick.
That's a nice little drop there, brother. Nice little drop. Is that the right term? Is that the right term? Radio terminology?
Yeah,
Is that a
that's
drop?
a good. That's
Okay.
a good one. Yeah.
I've been around. I know a couple of things.
Yeah, just keep it real brief. Just check us out on Roku. Check us out on Amazon. We're looking for content creators. We're looking to bring up some great shows. I think what is it? The Lab is on there. We also have Priscilla Watley's Miss Watley's Old School Tuesday Turn Up, and then we also have a cooking show from Hit the Spot 1006. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, Tallboy is on Roku. That's all I can tell you. So. All right, our last topic or the last article for the evening. I think we're all feeling this pain point right now, and basically it's Uber and Lyft. James, why don't you go ahead and talk about that real quick, if you don't mind?
Yeah, look, back in the day, right before the world stopped, there was always talk about when there were events, they would have surge pricing. If you wanted to get from the airport to the Super Bowl or to a concert or something, Uber and Lyft would charge surge pricing. But surge pricing is out the door now, folks. It's actually a reality and it's regular. We're starting to see upwards of 10, 15, maybe even 30% increases just for the rates that these providers are sending to their users, trying to be competitive. They're trying to differentiate, right? Uber has Uber Eats and Uber. What is it? They'll deliver your food and they'll do all that. I think I even saw Uber trying to do rental car services, right? So I'm just finding ways of providing different services to the community, but the traction isn't happening based primarily on the pandemic, right? So there's not a lot of people out there wanting to get into these cost concerns or whatever the case may be. So they need to stay afloat. They're both public companies, so they have. Well, I know Uber is. I don't know if Lyft has gone public or not yet, but yes, they have. Yes, they have. But so I digress, right? The idea is that they just have to find a way to continue to stay afloat. So that ride that you would have typically taken for 5 miles from your house to whatever location to the mall, normally only charge $4. Now it's probably $8, $10, and you're paying for the convenience of utilizing these services. Hopefully, it'll go away once the world relax some sense of normalcy, but to take advantage of these conveniences of having ride sharing, having ride capabilities, having food delivered to your house. You think about that, right? You got some dude, you got some teenager going out to Panda, picking up. That's pretty convenient, right? Yeah. So now those charges are going up just for that convenience and for that capability. So
Yeah, the
that's
demand.
that's it. Summing it up.
Yeah, demand for the rides keep outpacing the supply of drivers available to give the rides. Fares are still going up because drivers are still hesitant to return to ride
Mm-hmm.
sharing, and things may be improving month over month, but it's not back to pre-pandemic levels. So passengers keep paying more as Uber and Lyft offer the highest rates users have ever seen. That's interesting because, like I said the other day, I needed to catch an Uber as opposed to driving. I knew the parking would be more expensive than probably
Mm-hmm.
the ride, and actually the ride was more expensive than me paying for the parking. So I just went on and just got on the train and did what I needed to do and came on back. Drivers aren't just sitting at home waiting for the pandemic to end. Like you said, they've jumped into the food delivery with Uber Eats, and basically, food delivery continues to do well as even more people start to leave the house to restaurants and bars. And basically, um, this is going to be rough until, and I think their ride sharing program. Remember, you could do the ride share and you can do like multiple people, the share. I don't know what it was called, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
What
they
was it called?
stopped.
Hold on.
So they basically stopped that, and they're just now bringing it back. You can't sit in the front seat with the driver. You can't sit in the middle seat, and there's only a select few states that are allowing that program that James is looking up right now, what it was called. So basically, if you wanted to save some money and you could wait, you would, someone going in the same direction as you can just get in the Uber or you can get in the Lyft, and then you can go in that same direction. I don't know what the actual program is called, but due to COVID, you can't do certain things. So it's just unfortunate. So.
Yeah, look, I've done that before too. I've done the share ride with someone else. It's kind of sketch too. I'm actually not mad that that service is gone. I was in Vegas when I did that, and someone took me to the, what was it, to the liquor store. Went to the liquor store, and before they took me to my location to the hotel I was staying, I was like, man, I can't do this anymore. So. Yeah, the sharing of rides with someone else just because it was cheaper. No, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Well,
Personally.
uh, well, I like the shared rides because I mean, like I said, if you have an extra few minutes now, if you're in a rush and you got to get to where you need to get to, I do not recommend the shared rides. But if you're, like I said, if you're not in a rush, go ahead. I mean, it's an extra 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes of where because you're going in the same direction. So for me, I like that. But this article pertains, or what we're talking about here is basically they're just the prices are going on. I mean, going up, shall we say? And
Mhm. It was called Uber Pool. That's what it was. Share
yeah,
rides door to door with a short walk. Yeah, it was called Uber Pool.
okay. And it looks like we finally got my man that he did get on. So he says he's on. So shout out to the UK, 6 hours ahead of us right now. So I think that's what 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Thank you
Mm.
for your time and coming on to the show. I definitely appreciate it. He's one of the hottest DJs in the UK. I don't know the city that he's in, but I'm pretty sure when the pandemic is over with, he cannot wait to get back out there and start spinning for some of the people that are at the pubs and at the clubs. So shout out to Rich Vibes. I believe he's also on Mixcloud at Rich Vibes. So check him out if you guys want to, get some top 40 music or whatever he's spinning on. I believe Sundays. He'll probably tell me that.
Yeah, Rich, put your links in the comments, brother.
Yeah, yeah. He's getting frustrated because he's saying there's too many links to watch the show. So it's all good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Uber is and Lyft, they are, until this pandemic is over with. My only question is, do you think, James, or anybody that's watching, once the pandemic is over with, will they keep the rates at the rate that they're keeping them at? Or do you think that they'll come back down? Because, that we do live in a capitalistic
Mm.
society, and that's a fair question.
Supply and demand the rules of marketing will, I think, prevail. And if I now have the ability to either drive myself or have other options and not pay that high Uber fee, I wouldn't. So they'd have to fluctuate that. Again, we haven't talked about any surge pricing. Now these prices that they have right now are kind of default standard. So I think just seem to be more in line with the society and the way things are in various communities. They can't keep charging you ridiculous amounts of money when there are enough drivers, when there are enough routes, when there isn't any major event happening in the area. So there's no excuse to charge. I can understand charging a premium when, again, driver shortages are out there, when you want to go from uh, Sacramento to San Francisco, which is a 2-hour drive. Look, when you want to make that kind of route, it's going to cost a little bit, but not just from your house to your local grocery store. No, you can't do that to people.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that I right now the prices are, how do you sustain an economy like this, if that makes sense? You have to figure it out, and we're all trying to survive, and we're all trying to stay afloat. Samsung wants to give you $1,800 phones and $400 watches, but you might just need the doctor's appointment, and they're charging you $20 for a ride that normally would cost $5 or $8. So everybody's trying to sustain, and all I just say is just get your priorities right. Make sure, even though we're talking tech, we want you to have these. We want you to know about these rollouts. We want you to know what's going on, so that way you can make a more informed decision. Um, that's how I look at it. So hopefully the prices will come down.
That's
um,
interesting. Let me pivot a little bit, because that's interesting. It's almost like you're saying, and I somewhat agree, right? That it may have been a bad business move or just a bad look to release an $1,800 phone now, right? With the way things are, with a good portion of society looking for work or out of work for whatever reason, with the world going through a pandemic, going through what we're going through, trying to get back on our feet, trying to do whatever, try to take care of our families. For an organization to release an $1,800 cell phone just seems to be out of place.
the
Is that kind
have
of what you're saying?
the haves and the have-nots. I mean, it's almost, and like I said, I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody. I'm not trying to be in nobody's pockets or anything like that. But I mean, we're all out here. Um, we're all out here just trying to survive. And
Yeah.
if anything, I would think that you would come out with something that's more of a budget phone, or I would think that you a budget product to say, hey, brand loyalty. That's what I
Mm.
would think.
Hmm.
But I can't speak for everybody. This is a comment that Lisa had to say, and it's fitting. Basically, she's saying they're getting cocky because people spend as therapy, and
Interesting. I like
that that is a true statement.
that. Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know, so I
Yeah.
just think that you have to remember who was there for you, who supported you when nobody was there when you needed the help. And then you got to also look at who was not there for you or who tried to take
Mm.
advantage of you. So during this time, so these are all things that are important. I hope that you
Yeah.
guys remember who was there. And like I said, I need for somebody that's trying to go to the doctor. That's all I'm saying, and you're charging a 30% increase because you can't find the drivers. And then now you got to turn around and go look and say, hey, here's a $400 watch. Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be some people that think the watch is more important than the Uber ride. So I mean, it's just making sure your your priorities are where they are. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I mean, folks, these are relevant conversations to have, right? Again, Tabo and I come at it from the consumer perspective. We're not coming from the big business or, from a lobbyist or things like that. We're really looking at the folks who do shop at since we're talking technology, right? At the Best Buys and the Micro Centers and, those types of places, trying to help us to help you, to help us all make sense of this entire thing, right? Should you really be saving that money for that $1,800 phone, for that $400 watch, or maybe I'm gonna lean towards the stock investing, right? So, maybe that's a better place to stash the money away. That's why we do the stash stock party segment, right? To be cognizant of what you're doing with your money. Look forward to feedback. We look forward to criticism. We would love to have the dialogue with you again as we talk about consumer technology and how it impacts us on a day-to-day basis. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the news every single week, and Tabo and I really pick our stories consciously to make sure that they resonate with again the end consumer. We're not in anybody's pocket. We're not here necessarily promoting any particular thing, but it's a very wide range of conversations that we have, hopefully to spin up some dialogue. So, I mean, again, I don't think anyone else is having a conversation to the level that we're having, right? Talking about Apple Cash and MasterCard and Visa. No one else is talking about go get the digital Vax card. No one else is talking about the real impact of Uber. And man, see, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm going off on a riff. I know you want to keep the show at an hour. I'm gonna be quiet, but that's it. We're looking out for y'all. Let me just sum it up and say that we're looking out for y'all.
Well, like Lisa said, she know you balling. So
why did Julie Richard come out?
She said She said you balling. And but we
I'm gonna go fire up that electric vehicle in like 20 minutes. Yeah, that's that's what I do.
See how you want to stunt on the regulars. We just regular people. But look, before we get out of here, I was able to pull this up. GoGetVax.com for the ones who did choose to get vaccinated. You can now have verified vaccine passport on your phone. Go to that website, gogetvax.com, and then just put in your information, put in your government ID, passport, driver's license, and then just type in the information that's on that COVID card, so that way you don't have to have the crinkled up card. I went out and got mine laminated, so mine's okay, but James is all folded up and crinkled up in the washer and dryer. Mm-hmm. But I mean, now you can just pull out your phone and you go from there. So basically just trying to hook you up. With that being said, Rich Vibe said mixcloud.com Sunday 7 to 9 his time, and he believes, and I hope you're doing this right, because dude, we're giving you free advertising right here, and you said that you think it's 2 p.m. Eastern. So Rich, we will definitely be trying to support you as well with your mixing. Mixcloud.com, Rich Vibes, I believe that's it. Basically, I think that's pretty much it. So Mixcloud.com, Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern, if you want to listen to some great music, and you kind of go from there. All right. With that being said, it's another week in tech. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and hopefully you enjoyed the topics that we had. Anything else, James?
That's it, brother. Perfect show. I love it. Good job, man. Good job out there on the controls.
Yeah. Try my nuts. Hotter than a mofo. Hotter than a mofo. That's MOFO. J. Anthony Brown. He can't say I didn't give him no love. All right. It's the lab. We out.